our lectures, you'll see that macroeconomics PNG, by allowing increased access to capital, skills, and competition benefits, including lower prices and jobs should accrue to consumers and the labor market. The government is also stepping up the privatization of its public corporations. This will create room for private business to operate in key areas of the economy previously in the domain of state-owned enterprises. When you read this, what company comes to mind? PNG Power. PNG Power needs to be privatized because it's not maintaining the grid properly. As a result, my students and I cannot enjoy the satisfaction of our macroeconomics lectures. So one of the main aims of the government in terms of state enterprises or public utility companies like power companies, water companies, is that the government wants to privatize all of this. The talk about privatization has been on the government's mind for a while. In the last session of Parliament, Honorable William Duma, the Minister for State Enterprises, was saying that they're looking at selling PNG Power and privatizing it. However, they will not sell it at the fire sale price. Fire sale price is when a company is doing so bad that you just have to sell it at the lowest you can. So he's trying to sort of build it up properly and get good value for the company. So hopefully this can be done. Alright, macroeconomics, industrial development policies, and some of the government's structural adjustment program is to promote non-mining sectors of the economy to ensure economic growth can be sustained after the depletion of the mineral resources. So currently our economy is so dependent on extracting of gold, petroleum, minerals, gas, all these things. So what the government is trying to do is that trying to adjust sectors. So sustainable sectors such as agriculture is being pursued after, because these resources will be depleted in time, and as a result we need to use the revenue from our mineral and petroleum sectors to boost sectors such as the agriculture, tourism, all the sectors that have longevity and they will not run out. You see that minerals and petroleum one day will run out. Alright, government policies encourage the development of Papua New Guinea's non-mining sector, including manufacturing, mineral resources, agriculture, and business services. So, manufacturing, let's boost up manufacturing. There's no point in us importing orange juice when people from Western Islands and Goroka produce some of the best oranges in the country. With funding and with support, they can develop plants that can produce all year round. They can develop factories that can produce our own orange juice. We can produce our own orange flavored sweets. We can produce, orange flavored perfumes. We can perfume orange flavored detergents, soaps, everything. If the economy is sort of diversified and to basically increase non-mining sectors and manufacturing, agriculture, we can produce a lot of things that we can grow in the country. Rice, we've been tricked that Papua doesn't have the capacity to produce rice, but we can produce rice. Rigo rice now is there. Easy cook rice, all this Papua New Guinean rice from Makam, from Rigo, and from all of the places, even in Kandap, I think, in the Highlands provinces. So if we can produce all this rice, we don't need companies like True Guy Rice, who buy rice from Thailand to Australia, change the logo and ship it back to Papua New Guinea. It's better we grow it on our own, or we buy directly from Thailand. Some of these, business decisions need to be made to diversify the economy and focus on non-mining and petroleum sector. Alright, the focus of these policies is on industries and business and private sector investment is more likely to contribute significantly to the government's desired objective of growth and employment. So the private sector as well, the private sector has to grow. The private sector has to be encouraged to produce more and more jobs, to produce productivity, to basically develop in a sense that the private sector grows in terms of the people it employs. It grows in terms of its financial capabilities and capacities. So once a company is growing, it can create more jobs, open more branches. As a result, more and more people are employed, and those people that are employed will in turn pay tax to the government. So the more employed people we have, the more taxes the government can raise in revenue. The more companies that we allow into Papua New Guinea, the more taxes the companies pay. Government can use that money to sustain roads, build bridges, hospitals, law and order, infrastructure development, all these little factors in the economy. So this is basically the lecture on macroeconomics in Papua New Guinea. And I conclude by saying macroeconomics is very, very important in the dynamics of a country Different theories underpins the application of macroeconomics. These theories help to customize economic applications of how to run a country's economy. Macroeconomics is many working parts, and we will cover all these things as we go along. Alright, your next lecture videos will be on the Keynesian theory. Thank you very much.